Hi, I'm Tom, and today I'm reviewing the Hario V60 Suiren coffee brewer. With elegant, curved wings, this might be one of the most beautiful pour-over coffee makers I've ever seen. According to Hario, this brewer takes the iconic spiral ribs from the classic V60 and removes the walls for an all-flow approach to brewing. This allows for only the coffee grounds and paper filter to be the main control that is dictating the drawdown. It can also be easily disassembled for storage. Cool! It comes in this compact box, which contains the disassembled brewer. The wings attach separately, so it can be easily assembled or disassembled for storage and portability. This modularity also allows you to create unique color patterns with the wings. I only have black and white, so I'm going to go with an alternating color pattern. This can be directly placed in your brewing vessel, or you can put it in this cradle to accommodate different cup sizes. I had hoped that Hario, being the legendary Japanese glass company, that the Suiren was going to be made of glass, but it is in fact made of a resin plastic. More precisely, PCT resin, or by its full chemical name, polycyclohexylene dimethylene terephthalate. This is a heat and chemically resistant plastic that is considered food safe, as it does not leach, break down, or react very easily. The base is made of poly propylene, which is another heat-resistant plastic. It is actually considered one of the safer plastics for food contact. While these plastics are considered safe, it is worth considering their potential for creating microplastics and their effect on the environment. Still, as far as plastics go, the Suiren is made of some of the better choices. I imagine making a glass brewer of this shape would be difficult and expensive, and it would probably end up rather fragile, but still, I would spend a lot of money for one. If you are trying to avoid plastic altogether, I would recommend going for the glass or ceramic V60 pour-over. Anyway, let's get brewing. I'm going to use 20 grams of a light roasted Colombian coffee with 300 milliliters of water just off a boil for a 1 to 15 brewing ratio. My favorite recipe is splitting the pour into 5 equal parts. So for 300 milliliters of water, that's going to be 60 milliliters of water per pour. The Suiren uses the number 2 size Hario cone filter. We're going to start by folding that along the seam and placing it in the brewer. I'm going to switch to this glass cup so you can see the coffee as it brews. Now we'll give it a little pre-rinse. This warms up the brewing vessel and rinses any potential paper taste out of the filter. I am using a bleached white paper filter, so there is a low chance of ligands being still in the paper to end up in the cup, but still it's good practice to rinse the filter. Alright, I'm going to get rid of the rinse water. Next, I'll place the brewing vessel on a scale. I'm going to use my phone as a stopwatch to time the pours. Let's add our 20 grams of coffee. Tear the scale. I'm going to start the clock. I'm also going to pour at a rate of about 12 milliliters per second. So each pour should take about 10 seconds to pour 60 milliliters of water in. Let's go. I start by pouring in the center and slowly swirl out with a slow, steady pour. There we go, 60 milliliters of water at 10 seconds. At 30 seconds, we're going to add another 60 milliliters of water. There we go. 1 minute. Here goes 60 more milliliters of water. For a total of 180. One minute 30. We're going to pour up to 240 milliliters of total water added. Oops, I went a little fast on that pour. Okay, at 2 minutes, we're going to add our last 60 milliliters of water, bringing the total up to 300. There we go, that was a better pour. Now, the total drawdown time, that is the time it takes for the water to completely filter through the coffee, is the final stage of the pour. I want it to take about 1 minute, resulting in a total brew time of 3 minutes. If it takes longer than that, you might want to consider a slightly coarser grind. If it goes faster than that, I would consider a slightly finer grind. There we go, it's perfect. 3-minute mark, all the water is through. Just about. And our cup of coffee is ready to drink. So I've noticed with all other variables being equal, the drawdown time of the Suiren seems to be slightly slower than that of the walled V60, but it seems to be a very marginal difference. I can't say for sure, and it's kind of subjective, but I do seem to like the brews from the Suiren more than my other V60s. Again, it's anecdotal, but it just always seems to come out better. I just love the clarity of the V60. I'm a big fan of the AeroPress for making really punchy, heavily bodied coffees, but there's something about the V60 that just pulls out more nuance and delicate flavors of the coffee. I wouldn't say one is better than the other, they just produce a different quality cup, and I like both of them. Okay, let's talk some pros and cons. Pros, it is beautiful. It looks like a lotus blooming on your counter. Plus, it's customizable with different colors and patterns. 10 out of 10 for aesthetics. It brews as well as, if not better than the standard V60. I can't find any fault in its ability to produce exquisite pour-over coffee. It's lightweight and durable. I could break it down, put it in my backpack, and take it camping with no consequence. It's also really cheap. About $20 at the time of making this video. I got mine off eBay, I'll put a link in the description. Okay, what about some cons? Well, it's made entirely of plastic, which is an environmental and health concern. And while a lot of Hario's products are made in Japan, the Suiren is made in China. And without getting into geopolitics, it's worth considering. All in all, I highly recommend the Suiren as a cool-looking and very capable pour-over coffee brewer. It's easy to use, leaves lots of room for experimentation, and it looks super cool in any kitchen. That being said, I would rather spend my money on a ceramic V60 that is handmade in Japan. I do like the idea of using more natural materials and supporting a handmade craft. But really in the grand scheme of things, I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you like the way the Suiren looks, I would get it. You won't regret it. So what do you think of the Hario Suiren V60? Have you ever used one? What are your favorite recipes for the V60? Let me know in the comments. Also, I've added affiliate links that will support my channel if you purchase the Suiren through them at no extra cost to you. It helps me make more videos. I really appreciate it. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to see future videos on coffee brewing, science, and culture. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.